license, and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. I wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a Holden 1 at 15.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode of Out of the Fog. I'm your host Laurabel Mba. So we're in the middle of, well, the beginning of the holiday season, and what better way to kick that season off than doing a little bit of shopping, let's say. So today's episode is going to be filled with 3 fantastic guests showing you how you can shop local to check off those people on your list that you might not know what to get for. So sit back, relax, and we're going to take you through a little bit of gaming, some fashion, and a little bit of ceramic treats to light up your shopping list. Sit back, relax, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm now joined by Kimberly, who is a craftsperson and the owner and operator of Soft Pony. Kimberly, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So I think the first place we have to start is with the name, because when I heard Soft Pony, I was thinking soft and pony, and these are neither soft nor are they ponies.
And I gave you nor softness nor ponies.
No, but you gave me beautiful, beautiful things. So what are these?
So we'll start with the name. The name Soft Pony, it's kind of like a play on I'm a horse girl at heart. And my nickname is Pony. And it's kind of just like I wanted to pair 2 cute words together that would sort of give me like this feeling that I'm going for with my work. Like cute, soft, girly aesthetic.
Okay.
And that's where I came up with the name Soft Pony. And these are ceramic sculptures, hand sculpted ceramic sculptures that I started making in my bedroom. And now I do it full time.
Oh my goodness, and they are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
So when you were setting up, I obviously fell in love with the narwhal who sits at the front, who has become my new best friend. But who are these for? Who did you make these for?
I made them for myself first and foremost. I think I noticed like a gap in the craft market here where there's a lot of Newfoundland potters making things out of ceramics. But there was no one really making like small sculpture pieces that are good for like souvenirs, just small gifts. Yeah, they're for me really, and I'm really glad other people enjoy them, but I just wanted to make cute things, and that's what it comes down to.
I think I absolutely have fallen in love with them, and as you were laying them out, I was like, oh no, I know who the perfect gift this is for, because you have the cute little apples, which I think make the perfect teacher's gift for the hard to shop for teacher, whether it's going to sit on her desk or it's going to be an ornament on their tree. You have the wonderful Dory iceberg scene, which I think would look fantastic in any cute little cabin around the bay. Mm-hmm. And then we have the puffins, who I think are on their puffin rock. And as someone who's normally frightened of birds, I would take all of these home. and
I'm
let
so
them live
glad.
with me.
That's such a compliment. That honestly is such a compliment to me. And yeah, like they're really like, I think they're for anyone who can just appreciate, like if they want to appreciate, like if you love birds, if you love Newfoundland, if you love cute things, like they really cover a spectrum.
So where do we find these? I think is the best question.
I have a permanent studio space in Kitty Vitty at the Kitty Vitty Village Artisan Studios.
Okay.
I'm there from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesdays to Sundays. And we have Christmas markets going on every weekend now up until Christmas.
Okay.
And I'm on Instagram at soft.pony. And I have a website that just launched, and it's softpony.ca.
Okay. And I know these are all things that you've created out of your own ideas, but let's say someone loves your style, but they have something they're like, I would really like to see this come. Do you do custom pieces?
I do custom pieces, so I open up for commissions, and I actually do a lot of pets.
Okay.
So I do a lot of like dogs and cats. I'll basically do any animal. But I open up for commissions a couple times a year, and I'll announce it on my Instagram page. They usually fill up very quickly because it's quite a long process to make these. It's about a 2-week process to get a sculpture.
Okay.
I'll announce it on my Instagram when I'm ready to take on more commissions.
Awesome. So in the process of making these, have there been any that have been your like absolute favorite that you haven't been able to part from? And if so, what was the story behind them?
It's I think a creator's curse to never be satisfied with what you create, and I have that curse, unfortunately, where it's good because it keeps me striving to improve myself all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't really get attached to many of these, and so it's easy for me to let them go. I am very partial to those pigeons, though.
Okay, all right. So I guess you and I had a different point of view on birds, because remember, I am not a bird fan, but your pigeons are rather cute.
Thank you so
they
much.
are adorable.
Thank
so
you.
I know you're located in Kitty Vitty, but do you ship? Because I know these are fragile.
I do ship,
Okay.
yeah. I ship internationally. I've shipped all over the world now, and I think because they're so small, they ship well, and I, knock on wood, have not had anything break in transit so far. They travel really well.
Perfect. So if people ask, Kimberly, who do I buy this for? Who would you say on your list, instantly checking through, would be the perfect?
I have a tagline that I
Okay.
sort of live by, and it's cute stuff for cute people. So
okay.
I would say buy it for the cutie in your life.
Okay, so if you have a cutie in your life, this is the gift for them. And leave the narwhal for us. I want to thank you so much and remind people that you are at Kitty Vitty. Mm-hmm. What times again?
I am in Kitty Vitty Artisan Studios from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay, and we can find you online.
Online at my Instagram, which is soft.pony, or my website, softpony.ca.
Perfect. And if people want custom commissions, keep an eye on the Instagram.
Keep an eye on my Instagram. I will announce it after Christmas when I've gone through my humongous list.
I want to thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and I will make sure you get to take the narwhal home.
Okay, I'll keep my eye on you.
And we'll be right back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. I'm now joined by game designer Jake of Kingdoms Trading Card Game. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I'm really excited to talk about your game because I was creeping the internet and I found this. And I think this is like the perfect gift for the gamer in people's lives, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you're trying to shop for a gamer in your household, even if they haven't played a trading card game, our most dedicated players are people that have only played Kingdoms and nothing else.
Okay, so this is, even if you're a newbie, this
Yeah.
is a perfect way to start.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we get into all the cool things that are on the table, how did you come up with this idea?
So I really always wanted to make a trading card game. I think a lot of people who play trading card games always want to make their own, or at least have the idea to make their own, and like ways to improve what they're already playing, or just want to see their own ideas in the game. And you know, like, I was pretty dedicated to being a game designer, and the last project I did took far too long, and I was not happy with how it came out because it took so long and it was such a simple idea. So I decided the next game I was going to make had to be something that if it took a really long time, I wouldn't be upset at that.
Okay, so this took the right amount of time to create the perfect card game. We will call it the perfect card game.
Okay, all right, okay. All right.
So
All right.
what is the story? So how do we play? What is the story behind Kingdoms?
So Kingdoms, basically the story behind it is that you and your opponent, because you play against someone, you're having like a skirmish between your two kingdoms, and you each have your own kingdom, and you're trying to build up your army. You're trying to build up your like resources, and as you play through the game, you get more and more powerful, are able to do more and more exciting things as you go further, and eventually you break down your opponent's wall, and that's it. You win.
Okay, so we're out shopping. What do I need to make sure I'm ready to play Kingdoms?
All you actually need is one of the 3 decks here in front of us.
Okay.
The yellow deck is full of dwarves, and they hit really hard.
Okay.
The red deck is full of thieves, and they're very quick, very sneaky in the way that they get in to do damage.
Okay.
And then the blue deck is all about like manipulating your opponent's cards,
Okay.
and just trying to like stop them from doing stuff.
Okay.
And then like kind of like poking in damage everywhere that you can.
Okay, so you get one of the cards, and then I know you have these little packs here. What happens with those?
So basically, once you buy a deck, if you want to upgrade the deck, or if you just want to have some collector's items, the packs are a great way to do that because they each come with a shiny foil card, and there is a 1 in 10 chance that you get what's called a serialized card,
Okay.
which has a serial number down in the bottom middle of it, and that indicates like it's one of so many cards printed
Okay.
with that serial number.
So collectors, that's where they're going.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we have this lovely mat. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, so this mat here isn't required to play. It is just a nice like visual representation of your battlefield and your kingdom.
Okay.
And then the 2 zones over there, that's where your royals sit.
Okay.
And then the last zone over here, that's where your like representation of your kingdom called your bastion. That's where that sits.
Okay, so if we get one pack, and can we still get the rest? Can you merge card packs, or is it okay? So you can have all 3?
Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could buy, say, like a yellow deck and a red deck, and you can merge them together and play red and yellow cards.
Okay.
Or you can also do that with any 2 colors.
Okay.
So you can combine blue and red, or yellow and blue, or red and yellow.
Okay.
My personal favorite's red and yellow. Oh,
Okay.
I just hit my mic.
All good.
Just because you're combining like the quickness of red and like the sneakiness of it with like the hard hittingness of yellow, right? And so
Okay.
like you're trying to like put them together to really like be really aggressive, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so basically all you need is 1 deck, but if you want to upgrade your deck, you can buy another deck, or you can buy packs. And then you don't need this mat. There does come a little like token essentially in the deck box. Will be like a representation of this, but this is like a very nice representation of everything.
So where can we buy this?
So the big places right now that you can buy it are Time Masters, Midgard Gaming, Downtown Comics, Noble Miniatures, and it's slipping my mind. I can't remember now.
Do we have access to it online?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go on my website, kingdomstcg.ca, the website has like the ability to purchase anything you want, and then it also lists all of our available retailers.
Perfect.
And like times where you can go play the game at different places, and like there's a ban list if you want to play like competitively, things like that.
So who's the age range for this, just so our viewers know perfect person to buy this for?
So I have taught it to players as young as 10 years old.
Okay.
They've managed to like grasp the concept. I'd probably recommend at least 13, because they'll probably do a little bit better at it. They probably won't be like confused by stuff. But I played things like Yu-Gi-Oh as like young as 6. And even though I didn't know all the rules, I still had a lot of fun with it. So you could even get it for like a kid. The cards are just cool to look at even.
Awesome. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and letting our gamers know that there's a perfect gift out there for them.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. I'm now joined by Sarah Crowe of Sarah Crowe Design. Sarah, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here because you have some amazing designs and wonderful looks. So I'm gonna ask like the initial question of, how did you start?
I actually started when I was really little, actually probably too little to come near a sewing machine. But yeah, I started sewing when I was 9 or 10.
All right.
And my mom put me in classes. I kind of did it as a hobby my whole life. I have 2 sisters, so I was always making them outfits. And then during the pandemic, I kind of realized this is actually what I want to do as a full-time job. So I decided to go back to school, and I did the textiles program at CNA, and after I graduated, I started my business.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a long love story for me.
It's a beautiful love story that resulted in amazing products.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so I've been in love with your design since you walked in the studio, and even before that, as I creeped you on Instagram for a very long time. So let's start with the ones you brought, because I've named her the Pretty Woman, but they have actual names.
Yeah, I just name them after people in my life. So like, it's kind of like, who are my friends that I think would wear this?
Okay.
So this one's called the Kitty dress. My sister is named Kat, but we call her Kitty. And this is the Claire coat, and Claire's my mom.
Oh my God,
yeah.
It's gorgeous. So this is our gift and present buying episode. So who would you say you designed for?
Well, like I said, I kind of design for the people in my life. I am really lucky to have an amazing group of girlfriends and sisters and lots of really cool women who are professionals and fun, interesting people. So I always kind of think of them when I'm designing, and like, what would the modern woman, you know, want to wear now? Yeah, so it kind of, I usually have somebody in mind when I'm designing, and then I put it out in the world, and I hope that the general public likes it. And yeah, it usually works out.
Speaking for the general public, we do like it.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. So I've realized, and since you brought some of your samples in here, that a lot of the things you design are soft and comfortable. Why is that the way you've gone about it?
I just think that, okay, clothes are a necessity in life. We all have to wear clothes. And I think most of us, especially us women, want to feel cute. And I realized as I started making apparel, and especially when I went back to school, like, you actually don't really have to compromise on comfort. You can still look really good and feel really comfortable. So that's kind of what I've built my brand around.
Okay. So I know you said you designed for what would the modern woman like to wear. So would you say it's more formal attire, or do you have a range?
So I'd say my bread and butter is formal, kind of like special occasion pieces. I really like to kind of get to know my customers and get to know what they're gonna wear the piece for, and design based on that. But I do have a range of off-the-rack, ready-to-wear pieces as well. And those are kind of more laid back, everyday pieces, like the sweaters. You know, they're super easy to wear. You can dress them up, dress them down. Like, kind of look good on everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I like to have lots of pieces that are like accessible to everyone, look good on lots of different body types, and lots of different people could feel comfortable in them.
That's fantastic. So I know we're getting into the holiday season, and for some of us, we're already deep into Christmas parties, holiday parties. If we're planning for next year and someone's like, I know there's going to be an event coming up, I want a custom, do we reach out to you?
Yes, I would love that. Okay. I love doing custom work. I love getting to know people. I love infusing somebody's personality and personal style into a piece. And honestly, there's just nothing better than the feeling of a piece of clothing that was made to fit you perfectly. Okay. And I think it's something that everybody deserves to enjoy.
Okay, so like we have these sweaters here, which I love touching them because they're some of the softest things I've ever felt. What was the background for this? So were you thinking cozy night in, or were you thinking everyday attire? Because you're wearing one right now.
Yeah, so this one that I'm wearing, this one I've named the RDF pullover, like rain, drizzle, and fog, because I feel like it is the perfect thing to wear on like a dreary Newfoundland winter, spring, fall, summer day. Yeah. But I also like this one because you could like put a really cool pair of earrings with it and some fun boots, and like it's dressed up for a dinner out, you know? You
mean like the outfit you're currently wearing? Absolutely. So if gift giving, or do you do gift certificates so people can get customs? Is that how that works?
For sure, yeah. So I can do like gift credits, so you can, a lot of people will kind of like chat with me a little bit about what they think that the recipient might like, and then we'll come up with a range, and they can buy a gift card online, yeah.
Okay, and so if we wanted to buy one of your ready-made pieces, where do we find you and how do we access them?
Yeah, so I have a full-time spot down at the Kitty Vitty Village Artisan Studios. Okay. We're right down in the gut. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, 10 to 4. Yeah, so all of my ready-to-wear pieces are available there. I also have a website, sarahcrowedesigns.ca. I have some pieces available there, and there's also a form you can fill out if there's something you want made or something you're interested in doing, and then we can kind of get to chatting that way.
Okay, and if there was one thing you would want women or anyone watching to know about the holiday season, shopping, or how to get in contact with you, what would you want it to be?
I would say, yeah, definitely get in touch with me if you're interested in, like, if you have a special event and you want to look your best. I think people often think that custom clothing is really inaccessible and expensive and not for them. I would say it's actually a lot more accessible than you think. And I really believe that everybody deserves to have something custom made for them. So I love working with people to find a way to make that work. So yeah, I would love to get in touch and make something just for you.
I want to thank you so much for joining me and bringing these wonderful outfits here. And I might be walking out with a sweater.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back, everyone. I want to thank all of you for tuning in today, and I want to give a very special thank you to my guests for joining me and helping me curate the perfect shopping list. So thank you to Jake of Kingdom Trading Card Games. It was fantastic to see a different game that was built locally for the gamer in your life. A very special thank you to Kimberly with Soft Pony, showing us that luxury can be accessible and you can get something cute for the cuties in your life. And thank you to Sarah Crowe Designs for showing us custom is in our pockets and making sure that we can feel and look as beautiful as we want, not only through the holiday season, but into next year as well. Now, if you're saying, I've checked off my list, but I'm looking for how to get into the holiday spirit, well, we've got a few options for you. Merry and Bright going on at the Botanical Gardens has now started, so remember to book your ticket to so see a wonderful array of lights while still supporting local. If you're still thinking, these were great gifts, but there's still a few people on my list that didn't quite right fit. The craft fairs going on this season are amazing. The farmers market is having their last chance market going on December 11th, and that's going to be at the St. John's Farmers Market. So feel free to check that out. There'll be lots of local artisans there, so you can fill some stockings and your own boots too. And if you're wondering about the music lovers and the art lovers in your life, the Irish Descendants have their new CD out, which is fantastic. So you can pick that up at any local music store. And they have a wonderful music tour coming through. So that will be both at here in St. John's at the Arts and Culture Center, as well as some few dates out in Labrador. So you can find out about that at irishdescendants.com. And we have a wonderful laugh for you in the new year with our very own Mike Lynch and Cecil O'Brien putting on a definite can't-miss performance at the Holy Heart Theatre. So this way, you can check out some great night events and while still feeling the holiday spirit into the next year. If you're wondering how to check off more people off your list, remember to stay tuned to Out of the Fog because we have a great lineup of local business people to help you make your holiday season even merrier and brighter this year. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you all again next time.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Provide feedback on this show or find out how you can get involved. Email us at comments@rogerspv.com or visit our website.
TSC has exciting offers every day on gifts for everyone. A new Today's Showstopper. Oh yes, big hug for Mom of the Year. Holiday pricing on top brands. Hubby, check. Dad, check. Sweet treats and gift sets my cousin will love. And for Mom, a magical Avera necklace with interest-free Easy Pay. Holiday shopping